What's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some...
Not your skill at bargaining.
No deal.
Jesus Christ, what happened to you?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Horror with Nadia presents Horror Tuesdays. I'm your host, Nadia, and I'm so happy you are here with me today. Before we get into some fun topics I have set, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. I'm trying to hit 500 subs before the end of this year, and then I have quite a few things planned once I hit that goal for the channel. I'm very excited. I'm not going to share right now, but let's first get to the goal. So please hit that like, subscribe, make sure you share this with your fellow horror nerd. Every little bit helps. So that being said, let's get into the topics. So I have a couple fun topics to talk about today. Oh, and before we get into that, I am not... I'm going to be real with you people. I'm not going to go see the Crow movie, the remake. I wasn't really a big fan of the original. I'm reading the comic right now, which is actually making me appreciate the original more so. So I might actually give that a rewatch soon. But I'm of the opinion that if you're going to review something or have an opinion on something, you have to at least watch it, right? Correct. I don't want to have an opinion on it, to be honest. I've just seen nothing but negativity left and right about it. And frankly, I don't think it was made for me. I don't think it's something I'm going to enjoy, regardless of if it's badly written, directed, all that stuff. So that being said, I might catch it when it comes to a streaming service I'm already subscribed to. Maybe then I will give a review on it, but I'm not paying to go see that in theaters. And frankly, from what I've seen, probably you shouldn't either. But that is my opinion. And opinions are like, as I said, buttholes. Everybody has them. And they can and do stink sometimes. So that being said, if you're looking for my opinion on The Crow, wait for it, I guess. I don't know. I have other things I'm more excited about spending my time into watching. So that being said, let's get into the first topic of today. Kirby Reed returns. What do you mean? Well, if anybody is of the Scream franchise, if you're a fan just like I am, let me pull up this article. Not article. I saw this tweet and I was very curious on it. And I don't know how much it's legit, to be honest, but it's... Hold on. Let me pull this back up. We do everything live here, folks. Everything live. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is from Horror Universal, reporting that Kirby Reed is back for Scream 7 and could get a spin-off solving Ghostface cases. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. Because in my opinion, I love the whole franchise. Even the bad ones, take it or leave it. I just love the Scream franchise. I've never seen the MTV TV show. I'm very curious to see how that kind of enwraps into the movies. And I know the last one didn't do very well, mostly because Sydney didn't come back for it. There was no Sydney in it. So I don't know, man. I feel like if you don't have Nev Campbell in it, then you're like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, folks. I don't think it works. Do you think it works? I don't think so. And frankly, what do they mean by solving Ghostface cases? To me, again, the reason why the last one didn't work, Nev Campbell not coming back, they should have paid her. I know they were trying to go a new direction. I like Jenna Ortega. I think it's Melissa Barrier. We know how I pronounce names. This is no secret on this channel. And actually, I really enjoyed 5 and 6. I think I liked 5 more. 6 is a little, yeah. But you don't have these legacy. You killed off one legacy character. The bigger one didn't return. And then you had Courtney Cox. who is she going up against? Why would Ghostface target Kirby Reed? That's my main question on that one. Because Ghostface always just targets someone within that sphere of Sydney. So I don't know. I don't think this would work. But she's coming back for 7. She was in 6, which was a nice cameo, nice little cameo. But I feel like they need to take a break from making all these Scream movies. Just take a break, give it a year or 2, then come up with an idea instead of just trying to shove more stuff down our throats about it. I would like just a good old classic slasher. Go back to the classics, but who knows what the 7's going to be? I know Neve Campbell's coming back for it. I know there's going to be a big kill supposedly in the first half of it that's going to be close to Sydney. I don't know who it could be. They already killed off Dewey. So, what do you think? Are you excited for it? I know Scream is a touchy subject for a lot of people who are like, it's why? Basically, why? Why care about this franchise anymore? So after, I think 3 is where a lot of people are like, no. But I feel like 3 still has some charm to it. And I think a lot of people shouldn't knock it till they try it. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I do know. It's one of my favorite franchises. Take it or leave it. It's the Mission Impossibles of horror. It's like, there's a couple good ones, then there's a really bad one. A couple good ones, there's a really bad one. So take it for what you will. All right, moving on. We're going to talk about Salem's Lot, the remake. Not the really, was it Rob Lowe? Yeah, I think so. Look, TV movie, 2004. Oh, it was a series, right? I remember seeing this. So I'm a big Stephen King fan of his books. I probably have all of his books up until the last couple of years. I've kind of fell off the train of the newer stuff that's come out. And Salem's Lot is it's a great vampire story. It's a great book. The movie's great too. It holds up very well, the original. It is still creepy to this day. The TV show with Rob Lowe, it has some charm to it, I will say. Is it the best? No. But they remade it, and like they're remaking everything nowadays, it just got announced that it's going to be sent over to Max in October. Hasn't had an official release date yet on it. I am curious, very curious to see how this compares to both the book and the original movie. Because the original movie is one of my favorites. It's a good adaptation of the book. Stephen King can kind of get really out there with his stuff. Sometimes can't even really do an ending. But apparently it was, I think, initially supposed to go to theaters, and now it's just going straight to streaming, as everything is. Has not been disclosed. Read more about the project some feared would end up shelved like the Batgirl movie, which, by the way, I've seen some shitty movies this year. It can't be that bad. It just can't be that bad. I would have loved to see Brendan Fraser in a Batgirl movie. That's what I was looking forward to. It cannot be that bad for some of the stuff that's come out. That being said, so they've decided to release it on Max, pivoting away from theaters. Interesting. I hope it's good. I don't know if it is. I don't know. New Line. I don't know why they're remaking some of these old King movies when he's got a ton of short stories and books, things that have not been adapted yet onto screen. So I don't know why they're just deciding to rehash it. And it's not like Salem's Lot. Okay. To me, it's, again, I love the book. I love the movie. But Salem's Lot is not the first thing that comes to mind when people ask about Stephen King stuff. So normally go with It, right? It's one of the biggest ones. The Stand, Pet Sematary. If you're like me, Tommy Knockers, which was my first book that I read. So like, I feel they didn't need to make this or remake it. And if by remaking it, they don't have to, I don't know, they could stick close to the source material and actually do a lot more than obviously versus when the original film was in production and stuff. It's so good. I really recommend. If you have not seen the original Salem's Lot movie, I really, really recommend turn this off now. I don't care. I don't need the views. Turn it off now and go watch that movie. It's so well done. It's so good. It's creepy. It still is creepy to this day. It holds up very well. And then after that, go read the book. The book is not that big, not like normally his books that are 600 plus pages. It's a pretty medium-sized book. It's really fun. It's a fast read. If you're into vampires, I recommend it. And I'm not hopeful, but I will be tuning in to check this out, and I'll do a review on it. I plan on doing episode reviews of both from when it hits in late September, and then I'll do something for this. But man, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. That being said, don't knock it till you try it, right? We'll give it a try. But what do you guys think? Comment below. Please leave me a comment, by the way. Comments really help the algorithm. Let me know what you're thinking. Is this something you're going to be tuning into this October? Are you going to pass on it? And do you like the original? I really want to hear from others who have seen the original, if I'm not just going batshit crazy here on this. The original, and it's mind you, it's been a couple years since I've seen it. The original is really, really good. Really good. And I want to hear from others. Do you think it's really good, or am I just talking crazy on it? But this should be released in October on Max. It has not had a release date. I have a feeling we'll get a release date after the Labor Day weekend, once we get closer into September. Also, I do have some photos from it. Hold on, let me pull that up. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. So the Epic Film guys posted this. The new adaptation had a couple photos played out on it, which look pretty cool. Not gonna lie, they're pretty cool looking for this update. Man, in the original, again, I saw the movie as an adult. It creeped me still to this day. Vampires are creepy. Like, the lore behind vampires are so vast, and it's a creepy idea to think. And there's different types of vampires. I think it's really cool. I like werewolves better, but vampires are cool too. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe this will get the treatment in chapter 1 and 2. I know 2 was a little, it was okay, but 1 was really good as a reboot for the series. Well, for the movie, at least. And I like that we got 2 different types of Pennywise. We've got Tim Curry's Pennywise, which a little bit more on the humor side, a little bit more on the playful clown side. Still very creepy, very scary. The original series creeped me out as a kid. The remake, more on the darker side with Skarsgård. Really, not more the comedic relief. But yeah, what do you guys think? You gonna check it out? I'm gonna check it out. Who knows? Who knows? It might actually turn out to be pretty good. Okay. Let me pull up this next article that I know everybody's dying to read on. All right, so this channel covers everything vastly in horror. I know lately I've just been covering movies and TV shows. I'm looking to branch out a little bit more. I'm still working on getting my setup so I can do a comic book episode on my favorite horror comics. We love video games on this channel too. I'm a video game girl. I like playing certain things, though I'm kind of stuck in Baldur's Gate still. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game update. For those of you who like horror and video games. And yes, by the way, I did take everybody's recommendation about Alien Isolation. I did purchase it. I might stream it on this channel. We'll see. But the first goal, it might be an idea, but the first thing is, let's get to 500 subs, right? All right. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre teaser trailer previews game a new mod called Rush Week. which is really cool. And this is from Bloody Disgusting, which I get a lot of my news. I'm trying to branch out as well, but they're really good at reporting things pretty thoroughly. The brand new Johnny themed game mode called Rush Week is coming soon to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game. Say that really fast 5 times. The developer has announced this morning the brand new free game mod is a 1 versus 6 multiplayer mod that focuses on Johnny Pretty Boy Slaughter and will be a whole new way to experience the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's really cool. I have not seen the promo, so I figured I'd save it to watch it with you guys. Yeah. Let's hold it. Put that here.
Time to play.
Okay. So that's it. I feel Texas Chainsaw Massacre doesn't get as much spotlight as other franchises. Like we have Halloween, we have Nightmare on Elm Street, we have Scream, but I feel Texas Chainsaw Massacre doesn't get much love. I know there was I don't want to say it's a remake, but like an additional story in the universe that came out on Netflix I think last year or the year before, that was really bad. No, it was bad. But I loved the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's one of the movies I grew up watching that I shouldn't have watched at the age I was at a sleepover. What do you guys think? Do you think it doesn't get any love? Are you going to be playing this game? I might check it out. One day, I only have a PlayStation, but one day, I will join the PC master race, and I will have a gaming PC one day. Until then, I'm going to be stuck with my PlayStation 5. But did you know this was coming out? Are you a Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game fan? Do you like the movie? The remake? The remake's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. The remake wasn't that bad. Early 2000s, I think it was. Around there? Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Okay, moving on. We've got some Nosferatu buzz, which I saw on Twitter, which was really interesting. Not really interesting, but I'm very excited for this movie. I hope it's good. The original has stuck with me for a very long time since I've seen it when I was, I think, college or before college, right around that age. Anyway, the buzz for it has me intrigued. Now, there's been a lot of movies who've gotten very good marketing done for them, but the movie sucked. Case in point, granted, my opinion, Maxine was really bad. Not really bad. It didn't live up to the other two if this was supposed to be a trilogy. And to be honest, I was okay with Pearl. I think X is really good. Pearl's okay. I could take or leave Maxine. I don't need to watch it again. Another one was Abigail. Everybody hyped this movie up. This movie had a bunch of hype behind it. I recently saw it. I don't understand the hype. But again, great marketing. And one of the biggest prime examples is Long Legs. Long Legs has fantastic marketing. Regardless of what you thought of the movie, fantastic marketing. All horror movies should take note to it. Great marketing. Movie was good. I want to see it again before I do like a thorough review on it. But the marketing, 10 out of 10, A+. That being said, is Nosferatu doing the same thing? I like Robert Eggers films. I know they're kind of hit or miss with people. Some of them, I liked The Witch, The Northman, The Lighthouse. I like pretty much all of his stuff. I get it. It's not for everyone. Or there might be. That being said, there's a couple cool quotes I saw on Twitter that I wanted to share with everybody. First one was Bill Skarsgård. Skarsgård. By the way, that's again, I feel bad for this man. I heard the crow and Boy Kills World 2. I don't know if anybody else has seen that movie. I went to go see it, and about 20 minutes in of listening to Bob's Burgers narrate this movie, I was over it. Interesting premise. I think weak execution. I think a lot of people are trying to copy the magic of John Wick and doesn't work. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be wrong on it. Anyway, um, he said on playing Count Orlok, it took a toll. It was conjuring pure evil. It took a while for me to shake off the demon that had been conjuring inside of me. That just gave me goosebumps. That's I hope this really lives up to all the stuff I've been seeing. This comes from Eggers Films on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I recommend watching it if you're following it if you are a fan of Egger Films. But yeah, I'm so excited for this movie. I'm curious of what the popcorn bucket will be since the popcorn buckets are the new Funko Pops. But yeah, I hope it lives up to the creepiness that has been put forward with the marketing team on all these quotes and stuff. I like really dark things, very dark, deranged concepts. And I think this will live up to what I'm looking for. I hope. Cross my fingers. Can't say 100%. Can't say 100%. And then the other one that I found was intriguing. Ralph Inician. I always look up these last names to pronounce before I record, and then I just forget it. But you get my point. I think it's just so stunning. It's going to be. It's going to be. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping it's going to be the film that lots of people watch as their favorite film ever. Me too, Ralph. Me too. I hope I come right home and buy tickets immediately to go see it again. That's how hopeful I am for this. Just I'll link my trailer reaction in the description, but it's just everything. If I was to make a horror movie, this is what it would look like. Set in this time frame, this is what it would look like. So I'm very excited for this. I hope it lives up to expectations. Some movies have this year, some movies haven't. But again, it's all with the marketing. A plus on marketing, man. All of it. All right. Before we get into the last two topics I have, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Again, I am trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year, and then I have some fun things planned that will take place once I hit 500. But first, we got to get to 500. So please, again, hit like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Help me get there. Much appreciated. All right. One of the last two topics I want to talk about are horror franchises as TV shows. I touched on this a little bit last night on a stream that was brought up discussing the Friday the 13th prequel, which I have discussed on this channel in an episode probably a while back. It is part of why I want to talk about this, but this was intriguing to me. This tweet from, again, Bloody Disgusting. Amazon MGM Studios is turning Poltergeist franchise into a brand new TV series with Kalinda from Fear the Walking Dead and Robbie Thompson from Supernatural coming on board as writers and showrunners, executive producers. I don't know if anybody caught me going, jeez, don't make this a CW show. That's interesting, but it kind of loops in with the whole Friday the 13th prequel of what I want to talk about. Because the Friday the 13th prequel has been in production hell for a very long time. The rights for Friday the 13th, it's split like in 3 different ways. It's crazy. So they have a new showrunner, Brad Cable Kane, which I think will do well as the showrunner. However, it's very interesting that a lot of these horror franchises are kind of converting into TV shows. Now, I know it's been successful with Bates Motel. I know it's been successful with the first couple of seasons of Chucky. I think I've only seen 2 seasons of it. Where Poltergeist I can maybe understand being turned into a TV franchise. For the life of me, I cannot understand how you are going to get Friday the 13th into a franchise. And if you know the answer, please comment and tell me how. Because anybody who knows, if you watch the first movie, Jason's not even in it. Jason's not even in it until the end, like the very end, the dream sequence where he comes in and pulls her down in the water. That infamous scene. The villain of the first movie, spoiler alert, is his mother. So his mother, who's basically taking vengeance against counselors because her blames her for her son's death. Her son was mentally handicapped. So if you've seen in a violent nature, they take a lot from Friday the 13th in there. But that being said, uh, you have no Jason unless you're going to completely retcon the lore on this, which will piss people off probably even further. You really don't have a hockey mask killer to associate Friday the 13th with. And I understand they're calling it Crystal Lake. So you're just going to lean into mom being a killer mom? I mean, again, Bates Motel works, right? Chucky works. I guess that's a debate, but for the most part, now we're getting Poltergeist. I know MTV has done a couple. Again, the Scream series. There's been a couple. I just don't see how this would translate well into a TV franchise. That being said, even a TV franchise that goes past one season, because you want to associate Jason with Friday the 13th. You don't really associate his mother. Again, I understand the first movie. A lot of people don't understand that he doesn't show up. I don't even think he shows up second or third. One of the two. It's been a long time since I've seen the Friday the 13th franchise. They're all interesting. The first couple are obviously good. The one in space was a little rough. My guilty pleasure franchise is the Leprechaun series because as ridiculous as they have gotten towards the end, they're still fun to watch. So take it for what you will. But having this and then the Poltergeist series, I don't know why why not just come up with new horror movies? You have, and if you can't come up with it from your brain, you've got a ton of books, a ton of comics, video games. Like there's a ton of things you could do, but who knows? Uh, I just, I just can't see how it will work very well on it. I don't, without having a huge Jason Voorhees in a mask killing people. Like I feel you could do better by maybe taking the first two movies and change and turning that into I almost said change, but turning that into a TV franchise. But nobody really, you know what? I could be eating my foot on this. It could turn out to be pretty good. A24 does have some pretty good stuff under their belt. That being said, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to say I don't think it's going to do anything, but who knows? We'll see. And as far as the Poltergeist one, by the way, the Poltergeist house was on sale. It hit the market, I think, 2 weeks ago for a couple mil. It looks like nothing in the interior has changed. It is still set the same way. I'd be curious to see who buys it. I mean, they won't release it, but I'd be curious to see. Anyway, so what do you think of the horror franchises that are turning into TV shows? Is it because we just don't have an attention span where we can turn our phone off for 2 to 3 hours to watch a movie? Which, by the way, I like the 2 hour mark. 2 hours or less, 90 minutes. Like, tell your story very well. People can do it. I don't need 3 4 hour director's cuts. Just tell me a completed story. Tell me a complete story where my bladder won't explode on me at the movie theater. Okay. Now, one of the last things I wanted to bring up is another bloody disgusting uh, article. Is since there's Labor Day weekend coming up here in the States, there are 5 horror road trip movies. This is done by Haunted Meg. If you follow her on Twitter X, she's great. She writes for them. She's fantastic. Cannot say a bad thing about her. Anyway, this is her list, and I want to see if I agree with it. I haven't actually looked through it because I want to see if it's something I would agree with. So, summer is winding close. It's winding down, by the way. Spooky season starts August 1st for me. I know a lot of people are like, no, it's still summer. Nope. I want the cold, the pumpkin spice, the pumpkins. Just yeah. I'm not a huge summer. I live in the desert, but I'm not a huge summer person. So these are some of the movies. So we've got Blood Relatives on AMC and Shudder. Written and directed by Noah Segan, features debut sees a nomad's life upended by the arrival of daughter he never knew. He never knew he had, causing a shift in his isolation bachelor lifestyle. The twist here is that the central character is a blood-sucking vampire whose inner mesh gets brought to the surface by his new teen daughter. Interesting concept. I wonder if this would be better than Abigail. I don't know why I'm shitting on Abigail because I didn't like it. Because it didn't hit my expectations. It was not fun. And this whole exploding thing, because Ready or Not did it, I get it. Let's just copy things. Anyway, it's a vampiric road trip movie about family bonding and parental anxieties featuring one ultra cool car. And that's going to be on AMC and Shudder. I have not seen this. I would be interested in checking it out. Bones and All on MGM and Prime Video. This is actually on my watch list to watch. I've got a bunch of movies I have to get through for a stream coming up, but this is actually on my watch list because a lot of people talk about it. It's a coming of age romance movie between a pair of cannibals. Yes, you heard that right. Coming of age romance movie between two cannibals, and it stars Taylor Russell and Timothy Chalamet. I have seen clips from this. I don't know the ending. I don't know any spoilers, but I've seen clips of it, and it looks intriguing. It looks like a very heavy watch. I don't like romance movies. I'm not a rom-com gal. I don't like any type of romance, to be honest, when it comes to movies. You know what? Maybe that's a lie. Something. I just don't go for that. And it just looks very heavy, and I don't know if I need to be mentally in a position to like prepare to watch it. So I will be checking it out. I know it's been popular. Have you checked it out? Coming Home in the Dark on Netflix. A husband, Eric Thompson, and wife and their two sons are on a road trip together in scenic New Zealand. However, a family hike changes when they encounter a pair of bloodthirsty psychopaths. Ooh. At first, it seems they've run into vicious drifters, but by pure happenstance. As the night of terror unfolds, it becomes clear that the horror might be tied to the past. Ooh. I'm gonna have to check that out. Seems like a really fun thriller. It's bleak, nihilistic, with a contemplative moral center. Okay, you have my attention. If it's bleak, I'm in. Sounds very intriguing. It can't be as bad as that remake Speak No Evil, which, by the way, the original is great. I will stand by this. The original is great. It's a 2-year-old movie. Did not need to remake it. Just put on fucking subtitles. If you can't understand Danish, I think it's Danish is the natural the language in there, and just fucking read. It's really good. I don't think they're gonna do it. I get it. James McAvoy's got a hottie with a body. It's not it. No, just no. Just no. I'm gonna go see the remake because I actually want to cover it and do a side-by-side comparison. So I will suffer through it for you guys. Don't do it yourself. Just watch the original. It's only 2 years old. It's not an old movie. Okay, moving on. Highway to Hell, which is going to be on Pluto TV, Prime Video, and Tubi, which I've recently discovered Tubi, and I'm in love with Tubi. So, dawning couple, Charlie and Rachel, threw caution to the wind and decide to elope in Vegas. They opt for a shortcut despite advice against it, and it results in Rachel catching the notice of Old Scratch, who sends his helicopter to drag her to hell to be his bride. I don't think it's for me. Gilbert Gottfried as wait a minute, hold on, back up. Look for cameos by Lita Ford, Ben Stiller, Jerry Stiller, and Gilbert Gottfried as Hitler. I don't know how I feel about this. That's weird. But I'm intrigued now. It's a wacky horror comedy. Maybe I'll check it out. I got nothing to do one night, which is a lie usually, but if I got nothing to do, I'll try it out. Joyride. I've seen this. Paramount TV, Pluto TV. Highly recommend. Candy Cane. Has anybody known a candy cane? A long summer road trip leads to boredom for college kids. And Paul Walker's in this, by the way. Lewis's strange brother. For entertainment, they play a prank via CB radio on a truck driver. Oh, I remember seeing this as a kid. Not a kid, but I remember seeing this way younger. Luring him into a motel room while posing as a seductive woman, Candy Cane. They quickly realize they're close. They chose the wrong person to humiliate. Laid back summer road trip turns into an intense, dangerous cat and mouse game with rusty nails and a relentless pursuit. Oh, I remember this movie. It was really good. Yes, it was really good. Recommend it. Yes, I actually would recommend all of these. The only I have this is the only one I haven't. This is the only one. Can I get my word salad out? This is the only one I have seen. The other ones I haven't. I would be intrigued to check them out. If I have time, I will definitely do so. I am starting to get my list together for my Halloween horror weekend. So every October, what I do is I pick a double feature, or sometimes we'll do three movies where my husband and I will watch horror movies. We'll watch a couple different horror movies, especially because he's not really into horror, and there's a lot of them that he hasn't seen. So I try to mix with past and present together. Sometimes it doesn't work so well, but hey, can't blame a girl for trying. But that being said, thank you everybody for, coming along for the ride today. I hope I informed you on some projects that are coming out that maybe you're excited for. Please, again, hit like and subscribe on your way out. Everything helps with the algorithm. And until next time, as always, beautiful people, stay spooky.